Good afternoon, everybody. This is Crystal with Crystal's Creations. So, hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to show you something. See how this box that we did yesterday on my live, look at that. That looks horrible. That is not even a square. That is like obtuse. It's like an obtuse square. Like partial square, partial rectangle. You know what you call it? Obtuse? I created like a new shape out of this one yesterday. It looks horrible. Horrible. I did horrible. Well, hey, first time is always a test, test it out. I got creative. I realized there's score lines for a reason, and I should have listened. So, watch this. So, you guys see what I did? I scored everything, glued it all down, glued everything together, glued it all down, everything's glued. We are all good to go, and all we have to do is stitch the bottom, and then all we have to do is do the sides, and we should have a perfect square. Well, we'll glue the sides too, but you'll see what I'm doing. But yeah, I have the sides all, bent too, so we can do a square. But yeah, I wanted you guys to see that. So, but yeah, it should work a whole lot better. But see, it's a square. It's a square. Yay! So, without further ado, let's start at any corner you so desire to choose from. So when you do these smaller ones, I think it's best to glue them on versus this guy. I think this one you can just, I did some cleaning in here and I just kind of threw some stuff in here. You can just, for this hexagon one, you can just, stitch as you go, because I think this one's a lot easier to do it that way. Or you can, I don't know, I don't think this one had any die lines to die, but this one is a whole lot easier to do. So, yeah, this one did actually on the inside have die or score lines, I guess. Score, but not score to fold in and, collapse down to mail, but I think to, maybe to fold in there. So I'll have to try this one again too and see if it comes out better. So, but without further ado, let's see if we can make this one turn out better, okay? So we're going to start over here because we have all three connected. We don't have to worry about that. Now, it's like, yay, we did it. We did it. Of course, I have a knot in my yarn. Okay, so we're just moving along here. So I'm going to tie a little knot in the corner here, okay? Just so that it doesn't, so my yarn, my little red heart sewing thread or sewing string, it's not twine. There's red heart. And unfortunately, when I found that package for the boy brand, darning needles, whatever you call them, for sewing yarn needles, they did not have a size for the eye or gauge, whatever you call it. I don't know. So if you have any questions for that, I cannot answer that because they did not have the measurements for the needles. As a friend of mine said that they're a really good brand. The Boy is, B-O-Y-E. It's a good brand for the needle. And they usually will have the measurements for each of the needles, but they didn't. they did not have a measurement for their needles for some reason. So, yeah. So, how interesting. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys how that turned out. How cool is that? So now I guess I can either one, put you on pause and come back to when it's all finished, or I can sit and just chat about myself, how long I've been a crafter, or whatever, or for some of you that don't know about me, or haven't heard about me yet, or whatever. I am using the outside of this paper, the decorative paper, this part. These 4 sheets are by Spellbinders, okay? The white is mine, well, is the heavy duty white is Joanne's. And then the inside, the 4 reds, the burgundy and the green, is by, I believe, Recollections that I got last year as a Christmas set, I believe, because I didn't want it to be just white on the inside. I wanted it to be, you know, colorful, not just white. I could have inked it too, I guess, you know, I suppose. So we're going to go around and just sew all of the bottom 4 corners. And then I think when we get back, we will do the sides. And we'll see how this goes. So, if you want to learn more about me, so we're going to go all the way around the square. So, let's see. How do I start? So I have been, let's see, I started, in case you are curious, I think some of you have heard about this story, haven't you? But I guess I'll say it again. For those of you who are new to my channel, I have been crafting pretty much since a sophomore in high school. I started decorating baskets, you know, those wicker baskets, long time ago. And then we used to decorate them with ribbon, wide strands of ribbon, and then we used to spray them with that starch spray. We did that. I decorated a lot of those, And then, what else did we do? And then I even made some baskets out of rope. Oh man, that was a long time ago. Where you take ribbon and wrap ribbon around rope and make them into baskets. Did you guys ever do that? Any of you crafters ever make baskets out of rope? I don't have those anymore. I don't remember ever what happened to those baskets. I don't even have them anymore. I don't know what happened. It disappeared or something. They almost look like a Longaberger basket almost, kinda. But they're white rope and we kinda circled them into a basket. But that was a long time ago. But that's how I started crafting, and then I got into, well, I tried sewing in home ec, I guess. Made a skirt. Totally not when, of course, my dad got me the material to make a skirt, and it had yellow in it, my least favorite color, of course, of all colors. I do not like yellow. You all know the story. I get it from my grandma. Yeah, I guess I kind of get crafting from my great grandma Hallam, she used to make cards. She is how Hallmark started. And she sold, I believe she sold the business. That's what my grandpa told me. My grandpa Hallam, who is long gone. He's been gone for 6 years. And my dad will be gone for 6 years next month. And so yeah, both my dad and my grandpa both passed away the same year. His not his mom, but his grandma is the one who originally started Hallmark, because his grandpa was killed by lightning, and she was already making cards, greeting cards and stuff, and so she turned it into a business, and yeah, and then she got really good at it and stuff like that. I don't know how good she did, but it must have been so well that they took her cards and stuff, and she did just amazingly well. So that's how well she did, and she must have got so good that, you know, that's how Hallmark started, and then it got so well so fast that she ended up selling her stuff, selling her business, and that is how Hallmark came about. And that is why our last name, Hallam, my maiden name, Hallam, is in Hallmark. I guess they had said that, you know, Hallam had to stay in Hallmark. So that's the story. So yeah, my grandpa told me that one a long time ago, and I remember that, and I was like, oh wow, that is so cool. And I guess you can just kind of tell where my card making came from, and it was just passed down, and on my dad's side, of course. And then on my mom's side of the family, my mom crocheted and knitted. She tried to teach me how to crochet and knit, but she was a right-hander and I'm a lefty. As you can see, I'm stitching away here on with my left hand, and holding with my right hand. And so I tried. I could not do what my mom did, crocheting or knitting. She could crochet a doll's hat, like literally with all the ruffles and everything, in about less than 5 minutes. And she made a hat for my doll in less than 5 minutes. I kid you not. I mean, it had all the fancy ruffles and everything. I mean, she did it so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? She was quick. And I guess that's where I now get, when I crochet dog blankets, that's where I get my fastness from, where I crochet really fast from now. And I guess you could say, I don't know. So I just crochet dog blankets, or baby blankets, or cat blankets, or whatever you want to call it, I guess. But I can't knit. Don't ask me to try and knit, because I tried to follow those directions in a book, and I can't understand a hoot what they're saying. So yeah, I'm like, what? It's like gibberish to me. It's like another foreign language to me when I'm reading the directions on how to do this, go there, go that way, go this way, and I'm like, what? Yeah, I don't understand that. So yeah. And then let's see, what else? Oh, and then her dad, my grandpa, Harold, or whatever his name is, I can't remember. He was a jewelry maker, And so he used to sell a lot of jewelry, and he used to make all kinds of stuff. And then my Aunt Dawn and Aunt Cara, I believe, followed in his footsteps. And so they, I don't know, I've been trying to find them. But their last name was Williams, so I'm hoping I can find them soon. My Aunt Dawn is a little bit older than me. My Aunt Cara is younger than me. That would be my mom's half-sisters. They all have the same dad. But other than that, I can't remember. I don't remember where they're at, what they're doing, or what. So, but yeah. So, wait, I'm going this way. Make sure I'm going in the right direction. And then, and I guess that's kind of where I come into crafting, I guess. I just kind of fell in the crafty. I guess I kind of fell in the family rabbit hole of card making and crocheting and all that stuff and stuff like that. And I was doing card making a long while ago, and I had an ex that told me that it was horrible and bad and called me names for it, for blessing other people with homemade cards. And so I gave up on it and just put it on the back burner for a while, for many years actually. I gave up because I was, you know, being put down for card making and stuff like that. And then now, here I am, a couple years later. A couple years ago, I picked it back up, and look where I'm at now. You know, I didn't lose the creative spirit. You know, I think my calling was always card making and crafty stuff, and I haven't lost it. I still had that magic card making touch. Like, I've always been wanting to do it, and I don't know, now I can. And I don't have to worry about, you know, my husband that I have now says, sure babe, you craft away, you do it. So now I do it because it helps me with the pain that I suffer with and everything else. So that is what I do. Okay, I'm only going around twice, so make sure haven't gone around 3 times yet, have I? So, but yeah, so that is my crafty story. Okay, making sure I'm going in the right direction. It's good to do a second. See, and this is why I should probably never cut such a long thin piece of yarn, because you get tangled. It's just like crocheting or knitting. You always get tangled up, and you have to stop and untangle your mess. See, it's also in life. You know, it's also part of life. We get tangled up in life, and we have to stop and untangle our mess in our life too. It's facts of life. You know, it happens. We have to stop and say, okay, where did we mess up in our life? Have to go backwards sometimes and then go forward again. You know, it happens. But, you know, I guess kind of like how I just put my crafty stuff on the back burner for a while. But now I'm glad I picked it back up, and I'm glad I'm not going to put it back down until I'm gone. Until the good Lord takes me home. That's the way I see it. So, but to be with him and to be with the rest of my family members that are already up there, having fun, having a ball of their life. Sure, my grandma is up there having a ball of her life now. No more pain in her body. She doesn't have to suffer anymore. I know she got diagnosed with MS a long time ago, so she suffered for a while, and then she was healed. And then I was suffering for a long time, but it took many years to get diagnosed with what I got diagnosed with, but now we know why. So this is why I do what I do. I just craft, and I like to bless people with my stuff. Just like to make stuff for people, and I like to be on guest design teamers or whatever. I like to do stuff for other people for free. It's just gives me something fun to do. Okay, we're closing in on our corner. I see it. So I actually did 3 layers on these 4 squares, the 4 outer squares. The bottom square only has 2 layers, just so you guys know, but this is a thinner piece of paper. Okay, almost there. I can taste it. We're almost there. And the Broncos play today, so they better win. I still need to take my other shirt back. You know, it's like I ordered it online from Walmart.com, and you would think that when they mail, you order an extra large, that it would be an extra large, right? But no, it's not an extra large. Okay, so we have all 4 sides done. Yay! All that's done. So I can either end it here, or I can come back and have all the 4 sides done, and you guys will see a box, and then we can decorate it. So I think I'll just do that, okay? Because I don't want to see me try and struggle, even though I have these bent already. But it seems like when I glued it down, everything straightened on me. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna yeah, I think I'm gonna pause for now, and then when I come back I will have all 4 sides done, and we will come back and decorate this box, okay? And it will be a perfect square. A lot better than this obtuse creature from outer space that I did yesterday on my live. So Spellbinders, please don't can me for this obtuse thing, because this was the first time. Yeah, we learn. We live and we learn from our crafting mistakes. So yeah, we live and we learn. So this is much better. I finally figured it out. So there we go. I will be right back. Okay? If I can find my mouse. Guess what, guys? We did it. We did it. I did all 4 sides. Woo! See? Still looks like a box. Perfect box shape. Look at that. And does anybody know what kind of stitching this is? Or did I just come up with some kind of weird stitching? Did I just make up a stitch? Or is this a real stitch? So what I did is I just went through the holes with my needle. I'll show you. So what I did is I just went through the neat holes like so. Oops, sorry, like so. I just went like this, went through, sorry, like this, and then wrapped it around like so. Da, 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 da. Yeah, did that. So I have no idea. I just kind of, my creative juices started, my light bulb just kind of turned on in my head, and that's what I came up with. So if anybody knows what kind of a stitch this could be called or what, because I am not a sewer or anything like that, I just thought I came up with something fun, and it kind of looks like a motorcycle type flair to it, maybe a folklore. It kind of does look like a folklore, you know? Kind of looks like that old Lord of the Rings type. Kind of does scream Lord of the Rings type decoration, doesn't it? Folklore, of course. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Folklore, Lord of the Rings type stuff. It kind of does scream that a little bit, right? So how about we decorate this a little bit and make it look really cool. Now I'm not going to stitch the tops of these holes because, I mean, you can if you want to, but I like the tops of the holes just like that, the way they are. I think it looks cool with just the holes standing out like that. And we probably could add a handle on that, but I'm not going to. So let's decorate this, shall we? So I have some Spellbinder ephemera right here. I have stamps too, but they're more for, I don't know, maybe more for tags and stuff. But I have this. It's called Jingle Bells Miscellany printed die cuts. There's 45 pieces. I've already used a couple. And in case you're wondering what I used them on, I made a, what did I do with it? Where did I put that stuff? I stuck it right here in my new embossing powder tray. Plus I made some Spellbinder tags. But look at this cute card I made, guys, last night with Elizabeth Costa Rogers Live. And I made this card using one of the Spellbinders dies. They're label 51 dies. And I made this flip it card. Look at that cute card. And I used one of their new stamp sets. And look at that, isn't it cute? So I used some of this stuff. I used some of the, what do you call this again? The Jingle Bells die cuts by Cathee Holden. So that is what I used. So I used the bells, the three of them. There's plenty of bells to go around. And then I used one of the birds, because it looks so cute. And I used some of the pattern paper from the pattern Christmas book that I got, the 6x9 inch Christmas paper. That's also what I used on the box here too. And then I used one of the Merry Christmas stamps as well that they sent me. And then I used my own snowflakes gems that I had on hand by Recollections that I have on hand. But you can make a card like this without having to use any major dies and just use whatever you have on hand. But I used a Spellbinders label 51 nesting die to make this, and that turned out really cute. But that is my card, and I'll probably upload this into their thing, so, or make a better one, I don't know yet. And then, while we were live with ECR, or Elizabeth Costa Rogers last night, I made these really cute Christmas label tags that you can put on Christmas presents. because I don't have like any of the regular tags for Spellbinders, and I can't use anybody else's tags. So I just used a smaller Label 51 tag. So I made this. So there's that. So I just added, and then I used a white watercolor pencil and splattered. And then here's a green one with the reindeer on it. And they all say something different in the middle. So that one says vintage. This one says Merry Christmas with the reindeer going across. It says for and from. That one says Merry Christmas. And then here's another one where it's half green, half red. It says for and from, and it has a Christmas wreath around the hole. It has an angel, and it says Merry Christmas, for and from. And I like how this one, the splatter effect turned out on that one. That one came out really cool. And then here's a salvage patina one with another little fancy one. I'm not too happy about how that stamped on for me. I used my stamping block, not my MISTI, but I think I may have pressed a little too hard, but that's okay. You'll have better luck next time. And again, I used my white watercolor Tim Holtz pencil on that one. And then here's this one. I like this one, the Game Over. And this one says, what's this one say? Handmade. It says handmade on both sides. And it has Santa Claus. You probably can't see him very good, but then it has a Christmas tree with a little bit of garland on it and some ornaments, and then a stocking with some stuff in it, and then for and from. But I like the splatter effects on this one too. It turned out really cool. So yeah, some really cool tags. Kind of turned out really cute. But you can ink your tags and then stamp black or gray, dark gray over them and stuff like that. And then you can write in black pen, you know, who you're giving the gift to, and attach a tag. That's all you need. Voila. So yeah, I'll probably make a bunch of these for gifts for my family this year too for Christmas. So I think they'll like them. So let's finish decorating this box. Let's see what we can put on this box and make it look pretty. There's got to be something in here that'll look good. That's too big. We don't want anything too big. I want something small. So let's see. Definitely not a tag. I don't want to use all my birds. But I don't want to cover up all that either. I don't know. A lot of this stuff is really big. I think I'll save this for a card. Wishing to you and yours a Merry Christmas. I could put that on there. Could do that. That's definitely going to go in a card, and I have an idea what I'm going to do with that too. And then I could just add some bells, maybe. Let me think. Ooh, I could add these. What do you think? These? On the other two sides, maybe? Let's try those two. And then, I don't know. I think, nope. everything is so big. I could, well, I don't know. Let me see. Does this match? Oops, upside down. Let me see. No. You know what, guys? We're gonna use some stamps. You know what? Back to square one. Hold that thought. I'm gonna do some stamping and I'll be right back, okay? Hold that thought. I have a better idea. If I can find my mouse again. Hold on. Alright guys, we're back. Ouch, sorry for the little minor earthquake. So, I have some pieces here already stamped and watercolored and whatnot with lunar paste. So this angel was really hard to cut out and I almost cut that piece off. But I got her. And I got this really adorable Merry Christmas filled in, stamped black almost. And I used lunar paste to dab the leaves green. And I traced the black Merry Christmas with the Game Over lunar paste. I like the added red. That Game Over in there just really makes everything pop. And the red on the berries too. And look at that, I did that. Looks like a little picture. Isn't that so cute? And stuff. So we're going to add these on all four sides. Should all fit if I do it right. Yeah, it fits. It'll work. And the angel will fit and everything. And then we're going to make one paper bow with the mini paper envelope punch board. Okay. So I'm going to take out my little mini thing here. I've got my little paper strip at 1 by 6 inch. So 6 inches long, 1 inch wide. And I'm going to score it. I'm going to punch it. I don't need the scoring thing. What am I doing? I'm going to score it. So put that thing back in there. So we're going to go to the 1/2 inch line, which is about right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to try and do this upside down. Oh no, that's hard to do upside down. I cannot do this measurement thing upside down. So it's about, I don't know if you guys could see, but it's this line right here. Okay. I think, yeah, that 2 line should be about 1/2 inch right there. And we're going to punch. And then we're going to move it over to our 3. I don't have a 4.5 inch. That's not right. No. Then we're going to go to 1.5. Something's not right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something doesn't make sense. Because this doesn't have a 4.5 inch long board. It's 1/2 inch, 1.5, and 3. That's what it is. Hold that thought. I don't know where I'm getting 2 different measurements here by 2 different people. So now we're going to move it over to 1.5, or so we got our 1/2 inch, right? This is really confusing. I'm going to move it over to 2, 1/2 inch, and then 2, just to make it look better. Okay, that looks about right. And then we're going to move it over to three. 3.5. So about right there, I think. I don't know. This still doesn't look right. Should be a half. Hold that thought. Now we're going to start all over. We're going to do this side at a 1/2 inch. So right there. And then the same thing here. I say 2. Or 2.5. I can't remember. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. And then we're going to go in the middle, punch again our middles. I have too many measurements written down, guys, because I watched 2 videos. Okay. And then we take our scoring tool, which should be in here somewhere. I had it. Or maybe I don't have it. Well, maybe I don't. It's pink. Can't be that hard to find. So I'm going to use my crocheting needle to do this. I don't even know if this looks right, but we're going to try it. Ugh. But I don't know. And then you're supposed to be able to do this right down the middle. And I don't like the looks of this. Oh, that doesn't look right. That does not look like a happy bow. Okay, we're gonna start all over. I'm sorry, guys. This is not turning into a bow day for me. So let me cut this again at 1 inch. And if I remember right, it was every inch. Something like that. So let me cut this again at 1 inch. We're gonna get this right. We'll get there. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, so we're gonna go 1/2 inch. Okay, and then 1.5. Okay. And then 2.5. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay. And then we're gonna flip it and go 1/2 inch, 1.5, and then 2.5. Okay, so now I'm going to take my crochet needle. Oh, wait, before we do that, one important thing is to punch it right down the center of that. Okay, before I forget. Duh. Okay. I always forget stuff. Okay, and then if we do it right, this should work. There we go. We did it. Well, if we can get this from curling on us. We did it, guys. We got us a paper bow. So now what we gotta do is glue this down. And then I can add a paper bow to my box. So that is all we have to do. So we're going to glue this down over here, one side. Yay! And then, why are we not sticking? And then glue this side down. Then puff this side up a little bit so it looks more like a bow. Then you can put something in the middle of it, like a gem, to make it look more decorative. Okay, let's get this done, shall we? So let's apply our Merry Christmas sign. Okay, sorry this is taking so long to do. So we're going to put this on. Okay, I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to put my angel. So there's the angel. And then over here, I think we'll put this one more on the bottom, and then we'll apply our bow. Our little bow, and then I'll probably put a gem in the middle of that bow. But that is how you make your paper bows. And then we're going to put this one on here because it looks so cute, and it actually goes. With it all. Actually, we're going to put that right in the middle. There it is. But there is our box, you guys. We did it. Yay! So there's that. And now I can finish decorating it by adding some gems and other fancy things. Whatever it is I want to put on it. I'm definitely going to put a pearl or something in the middle of that. And add some other stuff around here. So there you have it. And it's so perfect on the bottom. And so square on the outside. So much better than that ugly looking thing. So much better than this, because this thing turned out horrible. So now you know it's better to glue your stuff on the bottom first and then go from there. So I highly recommend glue. Score and glue. But this cannot collapse, it cannot fold down, it cannot fold flat and go in the mail. But you can put it in a small box and ship it that way and pay extra shipping if you want to mail it. So there you have it. So I'll let you go. That is that. And I'm sorry this took so long. Isn't that cute? So I need to make a skinnier bow. I don't like that 1 inch size. It's too thick. I need to go down to a 1/2 inch. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Bye.